Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I cover nostalgic, obscure, or otherwise strange content. We are officially in spooky season now. I mean, every day is Halloween here, we all know that, but it's officially spooky season for everybody. And I was actually just getting ready to go get ready for bed. I just got done being a guest on the Box Cutter podcast, which is run by my very good friend Daniel. Go check that out. But Daniel and I were talking about camp horror, children's horror, things that are often talked about a lot on this channel, and Daniel brought up The Nightmare Room, which is another R.L. Stine work, which is actually one of the ones that I didn't watch. And I was like, oh my god, how have I never seen this? And then Daniel mentioned to me that the episodes were on YouTube, so I figured I would pull one up and watch it with you guys because, oh my god, just seeing the first 2 seconds of the intro is so much scarier than anything I remember R.L. Stine making.
When the lights fade and the moon rises, anything can happen.
Anything can happen on Halloween? Like a fun, happy anything can happen?
Anything can happen on Halloween. Your toenails go wrong and your hair turns green.
The world becomes a carnival of shocks and chills.
Oh no, not like a happy anything can happen. Like, all the bad things can happen. You should be scared that anything is possible.
A whirling merry-go-round that never stops, spinning faster and faster, taking you on a frightening ride.
It's a good thing I don't sleep anyway. This is the pilot episode, by the way. It's called Don't Forget Me. I should have told you that at the top, but I forgot because I was feeling my heart palpitate. Oh my god. Goosebumps is this fun little, like, oh look at that, the dog has glowy eyes and all this, and
Don't fall asleep.
oh my god, this is already just intense, I think.
Hey, welcome to the neighborhood.
Thanks.
Okay, so we've got 2 normal kids and Of course, no kid gets any peace in an R.L. Stine work.
Oh, hey, Chris. Hey, careful where you step.
Yikes, I'm so clumsy that's something I would do, but also, that was a very cartoonish shattering sound.
Hey, come on, I'll show you around.
Hey, Danny, why don't you show Chris around? Give him the tour.
The tour. Like, this is the White House.
But weren't you already giving him a tour? She said, I'll show you around. And then she was like, show him around. And she's like, what, is this the White House? I'm like, I don't know.
No, I hate it down here. Come on, let's go back up.
It's just dark.
Oh good, the dark and scary basement.
Where's the
Nothing
switch?
wrong ever happens. Oh my god, no.
I swear, Peter, you're such a freak.
You remember when, like, creepypastas were the big thing? That was big when I was, like, in high school. The precursor to that was R.L. Stine. The precursor was this. All the Goosebump kids got older, got into creepypastas, and then got older than that and realized that Goosebumps was still superior. Actually, there are a lot of creepypastas that I did like and that do scare me to this day. All the people that are like, oh, creepypastas aren't scary are lying to you. They're lying.
Aren't you guys gonna say goodbye?
Forgot to say goodbye.
Danny, I'm so sorry.
Take care, honey.
Bye, Dad.
Do you see that guy? He's been out there all morning.
Well, that's creepy. Someone call the police. I'm not a fan of the police, but I feel like if a guy is stalking children, you should probably do that. Call somebody, oh my god.
Why again are you hypnotizing me?
Because we need an act for the school talent show.
Huh, I had a little brother. I never thought about hypnotizing him. Hey Spence, the next time I see you, I need to show you this new watch that I found.
You're getting sleepy.
Why do hypnotists use the dangling? It's because of the rapid eye movement, right? That, like, puts your brain into, like, a different state.
Okay, you're not being funny, Peter. Wake up. It's over.
Oh my god, did they kill him?
You're Danielle, right?
You broke him! More cartoonish sounds. This show was very, like, early 2000s grit in the way that they made it, right? There was something in the early 2000s where every filmmaker thought that color was bad. Color grading was not known to the early 2000s, and that's okay.
Should I throw this away too? If they see it, they'll know that the frame broke. But if it's just gone, they'll never miss it.
Okay, so I know that this is an anthology series, pretty much like everything else that R.L. Stine does for the most part. And I know that this one, Daniel was telling me that this one is often compared to The Twilight Zone, but like with kids. And I'm definitely getting that whole vibe. Oh god, what happened? Oh, it's the creepy guy. Nope. That's a stranger and we are in danger. The way that the way that they waited for her to scream, but then kept the head of that clip on, so it's just like she's just sitting there, just like, ah! That's what somebody who's trying to kill you would say.
There's this weird guy you gotta look out for.
You don't creep up on a child in a trench coat and just be like, hey kid, I'm here in the middle of the night for completely non-nefarious reasons. Why don't you trust me?
Peter!
Baby brother?
Peter! Where are you?
Oh god.
You jump out at me, I swear I'll make you pay for the rest of your life.
Okay, but to be fair, he didn't jump out. She just turned on the light and he was there, and she was scared by his presence.
What are you doing down here?
I don't know.
Again, if there was a suspicious person outside my door, I would be calling somebody and then running down into the basement. I feel like she and I have different strategies for this situation. Oh no, it's a ghost. Or a nightmare. Or they just really need a handyman. Because of the nightmare room, I get it now.
It was only a dream. I better go check on Peter.
Okay, flash warning just for like the next like 30 seconds because I have to put in a clip of this, but I don't want anybody to be ill. So just so you know.
I was going to the basement.
The basement?
I've never seen them do like a lightning effect like this where the lights flicker off in sync with like usually we see like a flash of lightning. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Which bedroom is mine?
It's just a very like bizarre effect and my brain does not like it and I feel a little bit nauseous looking at it.
Something's really wrong with Peter and I can't reach my parents.
You know how to work this thing?
Dude, Peter, it's really not cool what you're doing, man.
They fried this poor kid's brain and then are blaming him. Like, how dare you have side effects of being hypnotized? Side Effects of Being Hypnotized would be the name of an album. I don't know which band would make that album. Tell me which band would release the album Side Effects of Being Hypnotized.
It's my fault.
Your fault? How do you figure that?
Because she hypnotized him.
I still think he's messing with us.
What a way to get even with your sister, though. If she tried to hypnotize you and you just acted like she had just short-circuited you, that would be terrible. That's so mean. The tagline of the show says something about, like, all of the episodes revolving around fears that all kids have. Is this a fear that a lot of people have? Is it accidentally hypnotizing their siblings?
I'm looking for my brother. He hasn't come out yet.
Did you take his last class?
It's empty.
Or is it just the fear of something happening to your little siblings on your watch as the older sister? I'm an older sister. I can vibe with that. I understand that.
But there's no Peter Warner registered at this school.
What? Peter?
It's hitting me that they probably did all of the basement stuff like in the same time because it's a very similar setups because they're just at the bottom of those stairs. So like picture like these actors like having to like do a scene where they walk down the stairs and then they get scared and then they jump and then they go and change and then they do it again because it's supposed to be a different day and they do that like 3 or 4 times. Sorry for ruining the movie magic again. That's what I do. Oh god, is it a portal to hell? It's a portal to hell. What the hell? What the that is happening?
Peter!
What is that?
Danielle, don't forget me.
Who needs to sleep? I don't need that. I function on Adderall and hope. It's the squad of creepy children that's, I think, reminding me of, you know, the episode of Doctor Who in the 9th Doctor. It's really early on in the reboot. Remember the kid? Everybody had the gas mask and it's like, are you my mummy? I hated that episode. That episode was the first episode of Who that truly terrified me when I started watching it. I'm gonna do my best to cut around. There's a lot of flashiness in this episode.
I'm right here.
I know this is beside the point and it's a very intense moment, but this is the realest I've ever seen a kid dressed on TV. I used to wear this type of stuff I still wear this type of stuff. Overalls with a t-shirt and a jacket over it for some random reason? Yeah.
Who's Peter?
The jacket doesn't really look like it belongs. It looks like it was cold outside for real and they kind of threw the jacket on her at the last second. Very relatable.
Wait!
Let me go!
I know about your brother!
Alright, so the creepy guy that she saw before is like, hey, and detains her, and then is like, hey, don't be worried, I'm here to warn you. And she's like, this isn't helpful so far.
Your house where you're living, it's the Forget-Me house.
And he says, oh, no. You guys are living in what's called the Forget-Me house. And she's like, what the fuck?
You're nuts.
But, you know, it's children's TV. She translates what the fuck into children's TV.
The children themselves are forgotten even by their parents, and then they slip into the cracks of the basement floor.
Oh, that's okay. That's a lot to process. They're forgotten by their parents. Does that make them dead? Because then it says their spirits slip into the cracks of the floor, which is a lot to process as a mental image.
How do you know?
Because I'm one of them.
But then we're hit with the plot twist of the century.
They have your brother!
So, like, are they remembered by everybody else? If Peter's spirit were to leave the cracks of the floor in the house and walk to the Jimmy John's down the street, would they remember him there because they're not his parents? I just have questions.
They want you!
Because this guy's living his life. I was about to say living his best life, but he's kind of stalking preteens. Something has gone horribly wrong in this man's life.
Hi, can I help you?
So she runs back to her house and her parents are like, we don't know who you are.
You know me? No.
We don't have children.
Look at the pictures.
I don't see any kids.
Which then leaves me with more questions, because the kids have their own bedrooms. What do the parents think when they see their kids' bedrooms, or does that disappear? Just lore questions is getting to me. My brain is latching onto this so that I don't have to think about the abject terror. This is really creepy, though.
You really don't remember us.
Okay, come on. Let's try and find out where it is you live, all right?
Fear of your parents, like, not knowing who you are, or, like, not caring, I can definitely see that being a horrible fear for children. That was probably instilled in them for the first time by R.L. Stine. Yay!
Dad! This house is called the Forget-Me house.
She runs in like Maury, and she's like, you are my father. Well, Maury never said that, but you know what I mean.
Wait. I can prove I'm your daughter, and I can prove you have a son. Just one last chance.
And then she's like, I can prove it. And then she goes digging through the trash outside, because she's on the same train of thought that I am. They left stuff behind, surely.
Here! It wasn't in the house. That's why it didn't change.
Lock the doors. No boys after dark.
And we'll miss you. Danielle!
Yay! They remembered, because they threw the picture out. Moral of the story, throw out family pictures.
Peter, they remember!
Look in the floorboards. The guy said he would be in the floorboards.
It's too late.
Wait.
There's our boy.
Just before you moved in, I found a gap in one of the cracks and I escaped. I thought it would be the same, but so much time has passed since I slipped into the basement.
Oh my god, this is so existential.
My family, my friends, they're all gone now.
How did this guy just ran in? Did they just leave they must have just left the door open? And he was like, well, you know, kid's already a spirit in the floor. What worse could happen, you know?
I just want to go back where I belong.
This is so depressing. So even as a spirit, they age? Wouldn't that make them not a spirit because you need a physical body to age? I'm confused, but it's okay.
It's too late.
No, it's not too late. Look! They remember! They remember!
I like how she just starts waving the picture around at the house and she's like, hey, give me back my brother. Oh, whoa. He's a kid again. But now he's back in the floor. Is this counterproductive? This might be counterproductive. But they have their kid back, so that's great. Is that the end? I don't know how much more I could take.
The last family left kind of abruptly.
Nope, they're selling it.
It was a job thing.
So I too would have sold it, but also, you probably should warn some people, right? You're just gonna let another family go through that? It's like, not our problem anymore, bye.
Mom, can you show me where my room is?
That kid is so cute. They're gonna get sucked into the floor, oh no.
A house, much like any other. Bedrooms, a kitchen, a basement with cracks in the floor. But the cracks in this floor go deeper than most.
Run that by me one more time, narrator.
A house, much like any other. Bedrooms, a kitchen.
Okay, I thought it said a house like any other and then started talking about spirits being in the floor. I'm like, what the fuck, R.L. Stein? You trying to make parents hate you? Can you imagine the nightmares that parents have had to talk their kids through because of stuff like this?
Filled with lost souls, doomed to live forever in a nightmare room.
You just couldn't give us a full happy ending. There just had to be one kid that got sucked into the floor. I didn't want there to be any floor kids. Okay, but that was the first episode of The Nightmare Room. I am glad that I watched it, but I am also frightened. And so I'm gonna leave you guys here because the more I think about it, the more my brain will start to melt. But that is a pretty good piece of Stein content. It'll obviously go on the Stein playlist, and if you guys want to see more of it, I will do more videos about episodes, but I'll leave you guys here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing. Everything you do to support this channel means the world to me. If you're new here and you're a fan of nonsense, maybe consider sticking around because I post nonsense all the time. And remember, my name is Avery. I'm a YouTuber if you say so, because thanks to you guys, this is technically a YouTube channel. Bye! When you really think about it, every room could be a nightmare room if you're freaked out enough.